Hello Army, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving deep into something that's been on everyone's mind lately and honestly has the entire entertainment industry talking. How did Jimin from BTS become such a massive phenomenon in Hollywood and the American entertainment industry? This isn't just another story about a K-pop idol getting some attention in the West. This is about an artist who has fundamentally changed how Hollywood views Korean soloists and what's possible in the global music landscape. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why producers, artists, executives, and the entire Western music scene can't get enough of him. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on those notifications, and let's get into this incredible story. You know, when we talk about K-pop idols breaking into the Western market, it's one thing to have a hit song or a viral moment on social media. But it's completely different to have the entire industry, from Grammy-winning producers to chart-topping artists to major record label executives, actively wanting to work with you and seeking you out for collaborations. And that's exactly what's happening with Jimin right now in 2026. But here's the thing that I really want to emphasize: this didn't happen overnight, and it's definitely not just about luck, timing, or being in the right place at the right moment. There are very specific, deliberate reasons why Jimin has become Hollywood's favorite K-pop soloist, and I'm going to break it all down for you piece by piece. First and foremost, let's talk about the numbers, because in the music industry, numbers absolutely don't lie. They tell a story that's impossible to ignore. Jimin made history as the first Korean soloist ever to hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with his song Like Crazy. Now, I want you to really think about that for a second and understand the magnitude of this achievement. The Billboard Hot 100 is literally the most competitive, most scrutinized, most difficult chart in the entire world to top. It's dominated by Western artists who have massive industry backing, unlimited radio play, prime playlist positioning on every streaming platform, and entire marketing machines working behind them. For a Korean soloist singing primarily in Korean to break through that seemingly impenetrable barrier and claim that #1 spot? That's not just impressive or notable, it's absolutely groundbreaking and historic. This achievement alone put Jimin on the radar of every major player in Hollywood and the American music industry in a way that few international artists have ever experienced. Record executives, producers, artists, and industry insiders realized in that moment that this wasn't just another K-pop artist riding a wave of social media popularity. This was someone who could actually compete at the highest level and win in their own backyard, on their own turf, by their own rules. That kind of success demands respect, and more importantly, it creates curiosity and desire for collaboration. But chart success, as massive as it is just the beginning of understanding Jimin's Hollywood appeal. What really sets Jimin apart and makes him such a sought-after collaborator is his artistry and the incredibly thoughtful way he approaches music creation. When you look at his track record of collaborations, there's a very clear and deliberate pattern that emerges. He's worked with artists like JVKE, Muni Long, Enla Chapa, Kodak Black, and producers like Jon Bellion, Ryan Tedder, and Sophia Carson. These aren't random choices made by a management team trying to force Western appeal. These are all highly respected artists and producers who are known throughout the industry for their authentic artistry, their musical innovation, and their refusal to compromise on quality. And here's what's really interesting and revealing: every single one of these collaborators has publicly praised Jimin not just for his obvious talent and vocal abilities, but for his incredible work ethic, his dedication to the craft of music making, his willingness to experiment and take creative risks, and his genuine passion for creating meaningful music that connects with people. In an industry that can often be pretty superficial, focused on trends and quick hits and whatever's going viral this week, that level of authenticity and artistic integrity stands out like a beacon in the darkness. Hollywood insiders talk, and word spreads quickly when there's an artist who's not just talented but also professional, dedicated, and a genuine pleasure to work with. Let me tell you something crucial about what Hollywood producers and artists really value when they're considering collaborations, because this is absolutely key to understanding Jimin's appeal and why everyone wants to work with him. They're not just looking for someone with a pretty face or a viral TikTok moment or millions of Instagram followers. Those things are nice, sure, but they're not enough on their own. What they're really searching for are artists who can deliver vocally under any circumstance, who understand musicality and composition at a deep level, who can connect emotionally with audiences across different cultures and demographics, and who bring something genuinely unique and irreplaceable to every project they touch. JIMIN checks every single one of those boxes without exception. His vocal tone is instantly recognizable from the first note. It's that incredibly rare combination of technical skill and emotional depth that you absolutely cannot teach in any music school or vocal lesson. Some artists spend their entire careers trying to develop a distinctive sound, but JIMIN has it naturally. When JIMIN sings, you don't just hear the notes, you feel the emotion, you connect with the story, you experience something that transcends the actual words being sung. That's a gift that transcends language barriers, cultural differences, and geographical boundaries, and Hollywood knows exactly how valuable and rare that quality truly is. It's the difference between a good singer and an artist who moves people. Another absolutely massive factor in JIMIN's Hollywood appeal that cannot be overstated is his fanbase. Let's be completely real and honest here. ARMY is the most powerful, most organized, most dedicated fandom in the entire world, and everyone in the entertainment industry knows it and studies it. When JIMIN releases music, appears in content, or announces a project, the engagement isn't just good, it's off the charts in ways that break records and create new benchmarks. We're talking millions of streams within the first few hours, trending worldwide on every social media platform simultaneously, and a level of fan dedication and organization that marketing executives and brand managers literally study in their strategy meetings and try to replicate for their own artists. For American artists and producers considering collaborations, working with JIMIN means guaranteed instant access to a massive global audience that's not just large in numbers but incredibly active, supportive, and willing to invest both time and money. But it's not just about the raw numbers of followers or streams, though those are certainly impressive. It's about the quality and nature of the engagement. ARMY doesn't just passively consume content and scroll past it. They actively promote it across platforms, create organic buzz and excitement around it, generate user-created content and discussions, and sustain momentum and interest long after the initial release when most songs would be fading from public attention. That kind of sustained engagement is marketing gold that money literally cannot buy. Now here's something that often gets overlooked in discussions about JIMIN but is absolutely crucial to understanding his Hollywood success: his incredible versatility as an artist. If you take the time to really look at his discography, his collaborations, and the range of projects he's been involved in, you'll notice he's not stuck in one genre, one style, or one musical box. He can deliver deeply emotional ballads like Promise that make you cry, he can create infectious pop hits like Crazy that dominate charts, he can handle R&B influences with sophistication and style, he can work seamlessly with hip-hop artists from different backgrounds, and he does all of this while maintaining his unique artistic identity and never losing what makes him special and recognizable. For Hollywood producers and record executives who are constantly searching for the next big crossover hit and trying to predict what will resonate with global audiences, that versatility is pure gold. It's incredibly valuable because it means JIMIN isn't a one-trick pony or limited to a specific sound. They know with confidence that JIMIN can adapt to different musical landscapes, experiment with various genres, and collaborate across stylistic boundaries without ever losing what makes him distinctive and special. That's an extremely rare quality in any artist, and it makes him an incredibly attractive and low-risk collaboration partner for artists and producers working in different genres. Let's talk about something that's happening right now in 2026 that perfectly illustrates JIMIN's Hollywood status. The anticipation for BTS's comeback is absolutely massive across the entire entertainment world, and guess what? Grammy-winning producers Jon Bellion and the absolutely legendary Max Martin are confirmed to be working on the album. Now, if you're not familiar with Max Martin, let me give you some context. This man is literally one of the most successful and influential pop producers of all time, having crafted hits for everyone from Britney Spears to Taylor Swift to The Weeknd to Ariana Grande. His track record of #1 hits is almost unbelievable. The fact that producers of this caliber, with this level of success and industry respect, are not just willing but eager and excited to work with BTS and JIMIN tells you absolutely everything you need to know about how Hollywood views them at this moment. These aren't people who need the exposure for their careers or who need the payday to pay their bills. They're at the absolute top of the industry. They're choosing to work with BTS because they recognize the genuine artistry, they see the incredible opportunity to create something groundbreaking and culturally significant, and they understand that Korean artists are not just participating in global pop music, they're leading it and defining its future direction. There's also this fascinating dynamic happening right now where the Korean music industry and the American music industry are no longer operating as separate worlds or competing markets. They're increasingly interconnected, collaborative, and learning from each other, and Jimin is positioned right at the center of that intersection. He represents this new era of global pop music where language doesn't limit your audience, where geography doesn't determine your success, and where authenticity and talent matter more than anything else. Hollywood is smart enough and forward-thinking enough to recognize that K-pop isn't just a temporary trend that's going to fade away in a few years. It's a fundamental shift in how global pop music works, how it's consumed, and who gets to participate in creating it. And Jimin, with his massive success as a soloist combined with his position in BTS, represents the absolute best of what that shift has to offer. Here's the bottom line, and this is what really matters when we talk about Jimin's Hollywood phenomenon. His popularity, his success, his industry respect, none of it is manufactured by marketing campaigns, none of it is bought with label money, and none of it is temporary or fleeting. It's built on an absolutely solid foundation of genuine world-class talent, groundbreaking historic achievements that changed what's possible, authentic cross-cultural appeal that connects with people everywhere, and a real, meaningful connection with audiences worldwide that goes beyond superficial fandom. American artists and producers want to work with him because collaborating with Jimin makes their projects better and more successful, because he brings something genuinely unique and valuable to every single project he touches, and because he's proven beyond any doubt that he can succeed at the absolute highest levels of the most competitive industry in the world. So the next time someone asks you why Jimin is so incredibly popular in Hollywood, why everyone wants to work with him, or how he became such a phenomenon in the Western entertainment industry, you can confidently tell them it's not a mystery, it's not a secret, and it's not some kind of industry manipulation. It's simply the natural, inevitable result of being an exceptional artist with undeniable talent in an industry that still recognizes and rewards genuine excellence when it sees it. That's it for today's video, Army. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Jimin's incredible impact on Hollywood and the global music industry, share your favorite Jimin moments or achievements, and don't forget to check out his amazing music if somehow you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, keep supporting our amazing Jimin.